Mrs. Anderson, and today I'm going to teach you how to draw a cardinal like the one that you see right here. Now I'm joined today by my two little artists, artist Evie.
Hi.
And artist Bryn. Evie is 4 years old and Bryn is 7 years old. Okay, now before we get started, there are some things that you're going to need to do this drawing. So if you don't have them, I want you to stop the video and go get them now. You're going to need a piece of paper. Any kind of paper will do, even if it has lines on it, that's okay. Or if it's a piece of goose paper, that's even better. You're going to need something to draw with. You could use a pencil or a pen or crayons or markers. So get those things and then we'll get started. Okay? Now before we start, there's something really important that I have to remind you of. The really important thing I have to remind you of is that when we draw, we do it for fun, right? And we don't have to worry about making our drawing perfect. And it's also important to remember that we're all different people and our drawings are all going to look a little bit different, and that's okay. In fact, that's a really good thing. Okay, so now let's get started. So you want to make sure that your paper is put down the way mine is, with the short sides on the side and the long sides on the top and the bottom. Okay, now you'll notice that my daughter Bryn's picture is done with lots of colors. For right now, I'm just going to do mine using a black marker, so it's going to look a little bit different, but that's okay, right? Okay, so I'm going to start by taking my marker and I'm going to put it right up at the top in the corner here, and I'm going to do a diagonal line going down this way. A diagonal line is a line that's on an angle, like a slide, like going down a slide, kind of like our wee lines that we do when we're doing numbers. So we start up here, and you're going to draw your diagonal line going downwards this way.
Mom, is this a white spot?
That looks perfect. Okay? Okay, when that line is done, you're going to come back up to the top and you're going to draw a little curved line, like half a circle, a semicircle, going from the top to the bottom. Okay, so you do it like this. There we go, and there we have the cardinal's body. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the cardinal's tail. So we're going to do that by drawing sort of a rectangle shape at the bottom, coming right down from the bottom of this circle. So another wee line, another diagonal line. Okay, and then we're going to draw a short line, and then we're going to draw a long line going all the way up, because remember, rectangles are made with 2 long lines and 2 short lines. So I'm going to draw my line going up. Let's see.
And then.
Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Okay, now for the cardinal's wing. Now for the cardinal's wing, what we're going to do is we're going to draw sort of like an upside down teardrop shape. So I'm going to start right about here, kind of not quite in the middle of the cardinal's body, sort of more up toward the top. And I'm going to draw my little half circle going down, half of my teardrop shape. Ooh. And now the one at the top part. Ooh. And there we go, there we've got the cardinal's wing. Now some of you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't like that my cardinal has a little line going through the middle of its wing. That's okay, we can fix that later if you don't like it by adding some details, some little lines to the cardinal's wing. Okay, so now our cardinal is like almost done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add another semicircle to make the cardinal's face. So you wanna start at the top of the cardinal's head, or near the top. Okay, you're going to put your marker here and you're going to draw a semicircle going like this. Okay, and if you remember practicing our number writing, we call that move a slam. It's kind of like the line that you would do if you were making the number 2 or the number 3. So again, you go slam like that.
I already know that because Mom always shows me.
Okay. Okay, now we have to leave room for that little cardinal's eyeball. So we're going to draw a tiny circle at the top, like that. And then we're going to put a little dot on the inside, like this. Boop. Good. Okay, excellent, guys. All right, and now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the cardinal's beak. So we're going to do that by drawing a little triangle with a line through the middle. Okay, so you go into the middle of your semicircle and you're going to draw a little triangle like that. And then if you want, you can draw a little line through the middle. Vroom. There we go. Okay, so now our cardinal is really almost done. We've got to add the 2 little legs next. Okay, so to do that, we're going to do 2 little lines going down. 1, 2. And another 2 little lines going down. 1, 2. You can see that I've made mine kind of curvy. You can make yours straight or curvy, doesn't matter. And then we're going to add some little cardinal toes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now our cardinal is pretty much done. But as you can see in this picture, our cardinal is sitting on the branch of a tree. So I'm going to add that branch. So to do that, I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to come up kind of not quite halfway up my page. And I'm going to start by drawing kind of a wiggly line. And my wiggly line is going to go from here all the way to the other side. And it's just going to sort of pass by where the cardinal's feet are. So here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And I'll draw another one underneath. There we go. You can't go wrong when you're drawing a wiggly branch. Okay, so now our cardinal is done, but as you can see, my cardinal is a little bit different from the one up here in the picture. This one has a lot more details. So girls, are there any details that you can think of that we should add to the picture?
I need a different type of bird.
Can I show? So Bryn made this one. She's kind of gotten ahead and she's added lots and lots of details. I noticed.
Woodpecker.
Oh, a woodpecker,
Mama,
cool.
Mama.
So very easy to make a variation. So she's got a sunshine, a cloud, some little twigs on the big branch, and even a speech bubble. And Bryn, what's your cardinal saying? Oh, your woodpecker saying?
I don't know.
Talk, talk, talk. Saying something. The woodpecker song? We'll have to figure that out. Find out what song the woodpecker does. And Evie, are there any details that you can think of that we should add? You're wanting to add the sky, eh? Okay, well, you know what? Since you're wanting to add the sky, I'm going to put some clouds in my sky. I'm going to make my big fluffy clouds, kind of like I'm drawing circles. And I just keep going. Okay. Today is a cloudy day.
If you don't want to make clouds, make sky.
If you don't, can I show? So Evie's saying that if you don't want to make clouds, you can make a sky by coloring the top blue like that if you've got a blue marker at home. Cool.
Or blue crayon.
Like I said, today's a cloudy day. I'm really wishing for some sunshine, so I'm going to draw a sunshine in my picture like Bryn did in hers. I'm going to do it by putting another sort of like curvy line in the top corner with some straight lines coming out. Okay. After you can color it in, yeah, for sure. Okay, now why don't we add some little twigs to our branch? So we're going to do that by drawing a couple of straight lines. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you can add some little twigs coming off them, or if you want to do a different, this kind of looks like an evergreen tree, but if you wanted to make it a different kind of tree, you could add some teardrop shapes as the leaves. And then you can add a couple little other details to our cardinal. You can see that here, Bryn has some little lines in the cardinal's tail. I'm going to put a couple little lines in the cardinal's tail. And then I'm going to add some little lines to the cardinal's wing too. So I'm going to kind of just follow the line that I already have from the wing. Whoop, whoop, boop, boop. There we go. Now it's got sort of like a fancier wing. And maybe a speech bubble too. You drew music notes in yours, eh, Bryn? Okay, I'm going to put, because it's singing. There, so I've got my speech bubble. I'm going to make my cardinal sing something different. My cardinal is going to say, hello. H, E, L, L, O. Hello. I hope you guys have speech bubbles to yours. I can't wait to see what your cardinal says. Now I'm going to add 2 more words onto my picture. I'm going to write what kind of bird this is. I'm going to write cardinal. So I'm going to stretch out the word really slowly as I say it. That's gonna be a C for cardinal. Could be a C or a K.
Not
R. We've got an A, and then an R. Car. Card. D.
Not cardinal.
It's a D that comes next. Card. Card. I. Cardin. Cardin. Oh, there we've got the word cardinal. And the one final thing that I need to add to my picture, and that I hope you add to yours too, is my name, right? Because artists always sign their artwork. So here I've got my name.
I don't need to sign my name, Mommy, because the cardinal says Abby.
Oh, so Evie says she doesn't have to sign her name because the cardinal is calling her name. That's what's written in her speech bubble. Mrs. Anderson. Ta-da! So there's my picture all finished, and then of course if you've got markers or crayons you can color your picture in. Girls, before we go, can I show your pictures? I know that they're not quite finished yet, but can I show what you've got so far?
I'm not gonna color
Okay.
mine. I'm not gonna color mine until I go to that.
Can I show? Okay, so we've got Evie's right here. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit closer so you can really see, because she used pencil for her, so it's a little bit light. Okay, and
I'm almost done.
Bryn's just adding the final touches to her drawing. A little bit of green. And making a very yellow sunshine over here.
I just quickly have to do a teensy bit of green in the clouds.
Yeah, it's a gray, rainy day. I'm wondering what you guys are up to on this gray, rainy day. Ta-da! All done? And voila, here's Bryn's finished woodpecker. There we go. Well, boys and girls, that's all for me for right now. I hope you enjoyed drawing a picture of a cardinal, and if you do give one a try, please get your mommy or your daddy to take a picture and send it to us so that we can have a look. Sure.
Hello.
Bye.